Hey guys, what's going on? Just shooting a video in my car real quick in the interim. So the GDP report came out this morning and it was a negative GDP report. So we are in a technical recession. If you watched the Fed meeting yesterday, I need to make a video on that as a whole, but if you watched the Fed meeting yesterday, basically they, there's not really a black and white term for recession. So if you don't know that, there's a technical recession, there's an actual recession. So a bunch of people get together, I think there's 8 of them, and it takes months to find out. It could take 6 months, it could take 12 months. So really, it's really backwards looking. So by the time you actually declare you're in a recession, you're actually out of one probably at that point. So it's kind of a weird thing. So I usually look at technical recession. The market actually sold off today, and then it kind of rallied back in the back half. Biden spoke about his new bill that he's passing and stuff like that. So I think that's all good. So if you have a GDP report negative, we're in a technical recession, and you have this and that, and the market rallies off. If that huge rally yesterday after the Fed meeting, they did raise a 0.75 basis, so that was kind of expected. They're not meeting again until September, so there was a lot of bad in the past couple of weeks, and really the market kind of just took it. The bottom might be in, which would have been in mid-June. The QQQ was at like 270, 265 range. We're at 308, 310 as I'm recording this, so that's way off bottom. So we would need something significantly and major to go wrong for us to get back down to those bottoms in the QQQ and SPY. So my zero fib line in the QQQ is 318, so we haven't hit that in months. There is a line it tests at like 309, 310. So if we break that, the psychology of the market, especially for the NASDAQ, it might really rally. We have Apple reports today after the bell, so obviously the biggest market cap in the stock markets. It's big. They don't do guidance, but Tim Cook did say in the last meeting that basically they there could be some headwinds ahead with consumer spending and stuff like that. We've been seeing a slowdown, so we'll see what Apple says in that report. It could set the sentiment for a really big day tomorrow if they just come in as expected, or dare I say beat. I don't think they're going to personally, but I also don't day trade, so I'm a long-term investor, so we'll see what happens there. I have been buying Meta recently. The past 2 days I bought Meta. I probably bought 15% of my position between this morning at open and then yesterday before they reported. So disappointing. As far as Meta as a long-term play, I really believe in the company. I really think they're going to execute. I do think really anything under $200 a share is a buy for a long-term investor. So I've been dollar cost averaging down, making my position bigger. It is now a top 5 position of mine. Overall, I mean, I could dive into the financials and all that stuff, but just summarizing real quick on my lunch break, I'm a buyer of it. Nothing really scared me away from it. I think they can lay off a bunch of staff. They employed a bunch. They were basically employee hoarding the past year and a half, and they could cut a lot of overhead just by removing some of those people. Zuckerberg came out a couple weeks ago basically stating that, if you don't want to be here, basically you need to leave and stuff like that. So he's basically hinting like, hey, I might have overhired. I'm going to cut the fat, and we'll figure this out and grow and this and that. I mean, advertising's down as expected. They're advertising more, but per ad is down. That makes sense. If the economy slows down, people aren't going to advertise as much. They want a bunch of, available marketing dollars to spend. So it all makes sense. It's all short-term stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if we, coming into the fall and the Q3 numbers, like in the next 3 months, it wouldn't really surprise me if the consumer's a lot stronger than what people think, especially for holiday shopping. People are going to probably put more of their money towards traveling, getting out, which they did all summer, and rotate that more into holiday spending. That would not surprise me. So we'll see what happens, but really that's my analysis on Meta. The Fed meeting kind of went as expected, and then obviously the GDP Q2 first initial report. It's negative, technical recession, and the market took that. It kind of prepared for it and expected that. So it's really all I got. I might make a video tonight, but till tonight, if I get any more spare time, I'll make a video and let you guys know. But I am a buyer. I'm not selling anything. I'm buying Meta, and that's really what I'm focusing on right now. I did buy some Shopify too. Love that stock for the long term. I think they're gonna do really big things in the future, so they're so beat down, but that's a whole nother story. But anyways, gotta go. Till tonight, subscribe, like, peace.